In this video, I will teach you a mental math trick on how to multiply any number by 11. And what we're going to do is we're going to walk you through 5 different types of problems. So each one is going to increase in difficulty a little bit. So the first type here we see is when you multiply with 2 digits, and this is a level 1 type problem. So this is the most basic kind, and here we have our first example, where we multiply 25 times 11. So what we do is we take the 2, that's going to be your first number, and then the last digit will be your last number. And then the middle digit we find by simply adding the 2 plus 5. So we add 2 plus 5, and that gives you 7 for the middle term. So the answer would be 275, or 275. I'm going to walk you through 3 more examples and see if you can do any of these on your own. Example 2, we have 81 times 11. So again, what we do is the first digit will be our first digit in the answer. So the 8 is the first digit, and the 1 will be the last digit. Now the middle digit we can find by adding the 8 plus 1. 8 plus 1 is 9, so the middle digit is 9, and the answer is 891, or 891. Here's a third example. Here we have 53 times 11. So again, what we can do is we take the 5, that will be the first digit of your answer, and the 3 will be the last digit of your answer. And the middle digit we find by adding the 5 and the 3 together. 5 plus 3 is 8, so the solution is 583, or 583. Let's try one more at this level of difficulty. Here we have 42 times 11. So again, we can take the 4, that would be the first digit, and the 2 would be the last digit. And then we can add the 4 plus 2 together, and that would give you 6 for the middle digit. So your answer is 462, or 462. Now we're going to increase the difficulty, and we are going to multiply now with more than 2 digits. So for example, here we have 423 times 11. As we do this, it's going to be helpful to get in the habit of working from right to left, and you'll see why in a little bit. But here, well, again, what we can do is the 4, the first digit, would be the first digit of your answer. The 3, the last digit, would be the last digit of your answer. Now, working from right to left, we can do 2 plus 3. We add those digits together to get this number right here, which is 5. Then we add the 4 and the 2 together to get 6, which would be this digit. So the answer would be 4653, or 4,653. And that pattern would continue for any number of digits in your factor. So it could be 3 digits, so like 423. It could be 4 digits, like we see here, where we have 5,172. So still, again, the same process. The 5 would be the first digit, and then the 2 would be the last digit. All right, so that's what we have here. And then we do 7 plus 2, and that would give you 9. And then we do 1 plus 7, that would give you 8. And then we do 5 plus 1, that would give you 6. So work from right to left, we have now 56892, and that gives you your final answer of 56,892. Now let's increase the difficulty again, and here we're going back to multiplying with 2-digit numbers, but this one is going to be a little more difficult, because here what we have is 38 times 11. And what's going to happen is, again, we take the first digit, that's going to be your first digit in your answer, and then the 8, the last digit, is the last digit in your answer as well. And then when we add 3 plus 8, notice we get 11. All right, 3 plus 8 is 11, but we can only take one digit. We can only take the ones place. So the 1 would go here, and then the other 1 would carry over to the 3. All right, so now we have 8 and then 1. Then this 1 carries over to the 3 to now get 3 plus 1, which becomes 4. So the answer would be 418, which would equal 418. Here's another example. See if you can do this one on your own. Here we have 97 times 11. So for this one, again, what we do is we take the 9, that would be the first digit, and the 7 would be the last digit. The middle digit we find by adding the 9 and 7 together to get 16. So the problem is here that we can only take one digit. We can only take the 6. So the 6 would go here. So we have 7 and then 6, and then the 1 carries over with the 9 to get 9 plus 1, which would be 10. So we have 10, 6, 7. You put that together, and that gives you your solution of 1067. Now let's increase the difficulty again, and here we are going to be doing multiplication with more than 2 digits. So here we have 357 times 11, and this is still the same level of difficulty because we're going to be carrying over with one of the numbers. So here, when you work through this, the 3 again is the first digit, and the 7 again is the last digit. And again, we would add 5 plus 7, that would give you 12. Then you add 3 plus 5 to get 8. So we have 3, 8, 12, and 7. The problem is here, with 12, we can only take the 1's place. So the 2 would stay there, so we have 7 and then 2. This 1 would carry over to the 8, to now give you 8 plus 1, which is 9. So we have 3, 9, 2, 7, which gives you an answer of 3,927. Let's try one more. Here we have 927 times 11. See if you can do this one on your own. So again, what we do is we can take the 9 would be the first digit, and the 7 would be the last digit. Now the middle digit, we can find this. And actually we're going to have 2 digits, right? So we can find the middle digits by adding 7 and 2. That gives you 9. Then you add 9 plus 2, that gives you 11. So we have 7, 9, 11, 9. The only problem here is, again, this 1, we can only take 1 digit. All right, so we take the 1, and then the other 1 we carry over to the 9 to get 9 plus 1, which is 10. So we have 10197, which gives you an answer of 10,197. Now to finish off, we are going to work with a level 3 type problem, and these types of problems you'll have to carry over more than one time. So for example, let's say we had 846 times 11. So again, what we do is we take the 8, that's the first number, the 6 is the last number. And then what we can do is we take the 6 plus the 4, we add them to get 10, and we add 8 and 4 to get 12. So we have 8, 12, 10, and 6. So here we have 2 problems, right? We have both of these places with 2 digits, and we cannot have that. So looking from right to left, looking at the 10, we can take the 0. So we take the 0 and then carry the 1 over to the 12. So now we have 6, 0, and then 12 plus the 1 gives you 13, and then we have 8. So then now one more time, this 13, okay, we keep the 3, but the 1 carries over to the 8. So right to left, we have 6, 0, 3, and then we have 8 plus 1, which gives you 9 in the front. So the digits would be 9, 3, 0, 6, which gives you an answer of 9,306. Let's try one more example. Here we have 957 times 11. And again, see if you can do this one on your own. So when you're doing this one, what you do is you take the 9 would be in the front, and the 7 would go over here. Okay, then we have 5 plus 7, which gives you 12, and then 9 plus 5 is 14. So the 7 stays here, the 2 we can keep, but the 1 we carry over to the 14. 1 plus 14 becomes 15, and then the 9 in the front. And then now the 15, we can only keep the 1's place, we can only keep the 5. The 1 carries over with the 9 to get 9 plus 1, which is 10. So we have 10527, which would give you your final answer of 10,527. And there you have it. So you've learned how to multiply any number times 11. So this rule would apply for any number of digits. So you could be multiplying by a 2-digit number, a 3-digit number, 4-digit number, could be a 100-digit number, and the process will be the same for any of those. And that concludes our lesson for today. We will see you next time.